Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Pulls it in. It's Barber. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback may change this route. Got room to work. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Working that left side now. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Dukes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the 1st quarter with an onside kick. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, James Madison. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's looking deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're coming inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Gets it out quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a pitch. 1st and 10 from the 31. Sends it back in motion. They'll give it to him again. 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Fires toward the target. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
They'll take over first and 10.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. The short hands, it's Meredith. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Washington State.
They're lining up on first and 10 from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Johnson. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Motion from the back. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Washington State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Back to throw, it's Barnett. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Buys a little extra time. This time it's complete. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Looking to throw on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Dukes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. Got it in the middle. It's Kyle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Now adjusting. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridgeford Stadium.
And the Dukes will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
It's a running room. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got a man, it's Meredith. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I mean, this offense basically lined up and said, I don't care if you double team him, triple team him, it really doesn't matter. We're still going to feature him. And guess what happens? They still get the first down, even though he was double teamed.
To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Throw to the end zone, picked off. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room, you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
The Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some
To find that line to gain here on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Hit as he throws. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on first and goal. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got third and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
Zings it complete to the right. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be fourth down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit, still a 10-point game. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense...
Oh, he's got some space. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Hands it off. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Caught near the sticks, it's Alston. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
On the move at the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing? Just keep it going when the going's good.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Under fire. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. First play of the drive comes from the 22. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Washington State going quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. It's Meredith. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, James Madison. And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The handoff to Johnson. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Ellison. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to go up top on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.